What's happening, y'all? We back. It's the Doe Bros. You already know what's going on, man. A lot of stuff to say. You know what I'm saying? Sports heating up. We just got finished watching the Monday Night Football game. Just another Mickey masterclass by the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, like, I don't even really know what to think about this game. I mean, like, obviously there was a bunch of shining points, like, for the Chiefs. Like, obviously,
and the Bucks too. I mean, they
yeah,
look good.
they played good. They played good. They probably should have went for it for, like, honestly, they probably should have just went for two at the end. Like, I get playing for overtime, playing it safe, and, like, it's wet and stuff, so you don't want to put the ball in harm's way or whatever, but it's like, you're going against KC, you're on a 2-game slide.
At KC, too.
Right, at KC, you're on a 2-game slide, you're missing all these players, and you have a chance to, like, get a good dub right here. Like, I think I'm just going for it. Like, you lose.
You can't leave it up to the. You can't leave it up to the football gods against KC.
I fucking hate this team, bro. It's just like, here we go with Kansas City, and of course they win the coin toss, bro. It's just like, of course they win the coin toss, and then from there you just know. Like, yeah, he looked off on the drive, like, right before overtime, but it's like, obviously, like, he wasn't really that locked in. Yeah. But, like, didn't you just give him a second chance, full drive after a timeout, like, for the overtime?
You give him a chance to cook up a whole drive.
Right, like, obviously he's going to go down there and score. It's just ridiculous. Like, no one's guarding Kelsey all game. They're playing, like, 10 yards off on receivers. Obviously, they're going to, like, it's crazy, but...
And off the hop, specifically.
Right. Like, Hopkins, obviously he's going to do a quick out. Like, why are we playing so far back on the last drive of the game? Why are you not playing up? I don't get why teams do that.
Yeah.
That's not a good coverage look for the last drive or overtime or nothing. Like, oh, we're going to back up so they don't burn us over top. Okay, well, now they're just going to hit you with
But having your
10
corner
yard
15
gains.
yards back is crazy.
Right. Because, like, what does that do? Because, like, I get maybe if you're, like, on the Worthy side. Yeah. Like, if you're on Worthy, I get maybe being a little bit more back because, like, he's fast. So, like, you don't want to, like, just get burnt. But, like, on Hop...
I'd rather have safety help on that than, like, have your cornerback back further, you know?
And then, like...
I'd rather have him press him and then have the safety back to help if he gets burned.
Exactly. And then Worthy hasn't been good off press. Like, he's, like, because he's small. Yeah. Like... And he hasn't really been good when, like, teams are in his face. So why wouldn't you just put somebody in his face? And then Hopkins, obviously you don't want to press, so he's probably going to beat that. He's just good at, like, route running. But, like, the corner should be, like, 5 yards in front of him. Like, and then have him work and make it hard at least. You just gave him a free first.
And the Bucks have a really good physical team, like, defense. So, like... Pressing would be the best option because that's what y'all are best at doing.
And then it throws it off. Plus, it's rainy, it's wet. So even if it's like, okay, press, maybe he still tries to force the throw to Hopkins. It's wet, but at least your hand is right there. You can kind of get in there. It's like you're not going to be able to do anything if you're so far back. You're just giving them a free catch.
And not sending any, like, unique blitzes, which you're also known for.
Right. And it's just
like... sending forward and hoping for the best.
Hoping for the best. Against Mahomes, who's just going to run out of there. It's just like, what are we doing? Kelsey's running wide open down the seam every single play. You got 5 linebackers. They're playing like they're playing like a 3-5 or something like that, where they have like fucking a bunch of DBs and linebackers on the field. Yet no one is picking up Kelsey. Yeah. No one's picking him up. Like you're playing zone against Kelsey. That's literally exactly what he does. He literally makes his money off of just finding soft spots in zone. But your idea of stopping them in crucial moments is to play zone.
The whole way down the field.
The whole way down. You're going to play zone on Kelsey. Like, I just don't get it, bro. I don't get how teams keep calling the same trash play calls against this team. Haven't we seen enough tape?
We're all in cahoots to let the Chiefs go undefeated.
It's like, bro, just have we seen enough tape? Like, we know what they do already, and no one knows what to do. I'm not saying you're going to stop Mahomes and he's never going to get a yard or whatever. But there's certain things that you can do to just literally make it so that it's harder. And no one wants to do it. Everyone's scared. I just don't get it, bro. Like, so Kansas City gets the win. Hopkins looked good. There's nothing bad to say
It's like you don't want to cheer for it because it's like, I'm so sick of fucking seeing this team.
Know? And it's like, as a Houston fan, it like low-key kind of hurts a little bit, you know, because...
Y'all could have had him.
Well, yeah, we could have had him.
Y'all could have had him.
Well, like
y'all could have traded for him.
We could have traded for him, but like Diggs was healthy when he like got traded.
Yeah, true.
So then like it was like, we don't really need him. Like Nico Collins gonna be back and we're gonna have a trio. But then it's like obviously the next week or whatever, like then Diggs like ACL was off the bone, and it's just like, oh well. Now
Pop should have came in the offseason anyway.
He should have came that offseason before he went to the Titans. Before he went to the Titans, he was like visiting.
That was when
the
he
Texans.
drafted Stroud.
Right, and he was visiting the Texans and stuff like that, and that's when he went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And he screwed himself over going there. Obviously, he's getting a chance to bounce back. Yeah, you get saved, but obviously, Hopkins looked elite. He was open everywhere. He was making clutch plays, clutch catches. Hunt is still good. I mean, obviously, he's like. I mean, they can just pull anybody off the fucking couch and they fucking play good on this team. It just
except for
doesn't matter.
Carson Steele.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Like, I feel like they could literally just be like, we're just gonna get whoever, and they're just gonna like, you know, they're just gonna find a way. Yeah, they're just gonna find a way. Like, I wouldn't have, like Edwards-Helaire, like he was like on IR or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if like down the stretch they just like bring.
No, definitely.
They're gonna elevate him at some point, and then he's just gonna be like a machine again.
I don't
like,
know though too because they have Samaje Perine. He kind of does the same thing.
And they have Pacheco.
Key Ryan, whatever.
I think he like stepped out because he had like I think he was like going through some like mental like health thing or something like that. Edwards-Helaire. Yeah. So like I don't know. He probably like I think he's still on the team, but like I doubt he plays this year. But like. It's just the point of
y'all
like,
have running backs, ship them off.
It's just the point of like they just make it work with anybody,
yeah.
And it's annoying. And I mean Tampa Bay, like what are we doing, bro? Like Tampa Bay, what the hell are we doing, bro? Again, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Like you have they had a solid game plan working, right? They were hitting the Auden. Auden was playing good. They were doing, you know, some good stuff. Shepard looked good or whatever.
Yeah.
I just think this running game situation really halts them. I think the 2 running back thing works. Like, okay, you can have Rashad and Bucky. Like, that's fine. Okay, like a 2-headed monster. Because they're both, like, pretty good in their skill set. Like, whatever. But when you're trying to add a 3rd guy for no reason, like, why is Tucker getting work, bro?
Yeah, where's the confusion?
Like, I'm not getting it. And then you have a running back who... He's playing in his hometown, Kansas City, his stadium. You know, he grew up outside of the stadium, all this kind of stuff. And he's looked good like the first drive. He's making plays. First catch went for 11 yards. He had the touchdown where he showed patience, and it's like obviously he's like in a zone.
Every time he touches the ball, he does something good.
Right. So then it's just like, but then you're just like, nah. Like you give him 3 total rushes.
Yeah.
He's your RB1. Bro, I don't care if it's a 2-headed monster, bro. Like, your RB1 needs to get at least 10 actual rushing attempts.
Yeah.
Rushing attempts, he needs to get at least 10.
I mean, he only had like 6 touches total.
Right. Because he had the 3 rushes, and then he had like 3 catches. You gave your starting running back 6 total opportunities to do something with the football. And not even to mention, it's a rain game, bro. It's raining.
Yeah.
Like,
and Bucky got the ball a bunch. Maybe they didn't do it because Shaw has had the problem of fumbling recently. That could be why.
It could be, but like still though.
But still involved in the pass game because that was working.
Right.
Like, they were getting a lot of good dump offs and they kind of needed it because Chris Jones was kind of being a menace.
Yeah, and they were getting a bunch of pressure up the middle.
Yeah.
But then they sent them on the worst like passing routes now.
Yeah.
Because
it's just that straight little out.
But it's that out. But like by the time Shaw gets like around, like Baker's already in duress and like doing something else. Like he's basically running a route like behind the quarterback. Yeah. And so like most of the time Baker would run and he wouldn't even like know he had Shaw like as an outlet. Yeah. It's like why are we running him so far back over fucking here? Yeah. Like why are you not sending him on like a Texas or like just like an out or like
or a flat route,
right or something? It's like why are we having him stay behind the tackle and then leak out?
Yeah, and do a bubble screen.
Hey, like dude, that doesn't fucking work. Obviously, like I just don't get it, bro. And it's like fumbling. But like, okay, he's only had like a couple fumbles. Like,
I don't think he's that bad. I just think that it's in their head because it happened recently.
Because Todd Bowles is an idiot, bro. There's just no way. He's not like a rogue fumbler where it's like every single game he has a fumble and he just like can't hold on to the football. It's like, bro, he had like one fumble last week, but he still had a touchdown in like a good game. And then it's like he started off the game with a touchdown and he looked fine. So you can't just be like, oh, he looks fine, but like there's a possibility he might fumble the ball, so let's give it to Tucker. Like, what? Like that makes no, like Kelsey fumbled earlier in the game. They still throw him the ball. It makes no sense, bro.
Yeah, for a career high
right.
of catches.
It's like, dude, it doesn't matter if he's your one of your guys, then he has to get the ball. Like that just makes no sense. If Evans fumbles, are they gonna stop throwing to Evans? Like it just makes no sense. I just think they hoe shot, bro. Like if you're not gonna use them and you want to use Tucker and all these other dudes, then like trade him to a team that actually wants to use them. Then,
yeah.
like honestly, and like don't keep them around. Like okay, they're probably not gonna trade him this year, but in the offseason, don't keep shot around if you're gonna just keep doing this like 3 carries bullshit. Like you're literally wasting him. Like he has so much potential. Give him to a team that actually needs a running back that wants to utilize him to his full capacity, bro. Not just
the Panthers.
Somebody, damn. Like who needs a back, bro? Somebody needs a back. Cowboys like need a back. Like
he could go to the Broncos, I guess.
Broncos, like Javonte's kind of
him and Javonte together.
Yeah.
They're third. McLaughlin's pretty good too, though.
Right. I just feel like he could go somewhere where like he could actually shine. If you're gonna give your starter 3 carries, to me that's just like a ridiculous game plan. No matter what, like y'all have Roshan, but you're not just gonna give Swift 2 carries, and then give Roshan like you know what I'm saying? Like you're still gonna give Swift obviously the majority of the work.
He basically gets half of what Swift gets.
But then what would be crazy was like y'all have Roshan, and then like all of a sudden to throw in like some like random
Khalil Herbert
or somebody like not
the
even
starter from last year.
Yeah, or like whatever. It's like
Travis Homer.
You have like a good 2-head, and then it's just like all of a sudden you're gonna put in like whoever the hell.
Yeah.
And you're just like, so why is Swift getting no burn? Just because? Like there's no reason for it. Is what I'm trying to say. He's not hurt. He's not doing anything bad. He's touching the ball. He's making plays when he gets the opportunity. So why is he not getting the opportunity? We just want to do something else. Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's why you lose because there was 3 or 4 drives that stalled out at the end, and guess who was toting the ball? Tucker, and we're doing bullshit to Otten and like, you know, trying to do all these Mickey plays and they don't work, bro. Yeah. They tried to do like a QB draw with like it's just like, bro, like what are we doing, man? So I'm hot about that. I'm also hot about it because I have White in fantasy and I needed like 4 more points to win the game, and this dude. I needed 17. This dude shot at like 11 at the beginning of the third quarter. He had like 11 already. So it was like easily you think you're starting running back. Like obviously if he's already at 11, he's probably going to get like
he's probably going to be 20. Yeah.
Right. At least a couple more catches. Like he's probably going to end with at least 15, 16 points. No, we just forget it. But enough of that game. KC won. They're still undefeated. Fuck them. Next. Did we talk about Texans Jets at all?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think we talked about it. Texans Jets, they played Thursday night football. Honestly, it was just a sloppy game, like all over, like from both teams. Like the Jets ended up pulling out at the end.
Yeah, they just locked in at the end, but really it was sloppy.
It was just sloppy. Like the first half, it was like 7-0 at the end, and it was just sloppy as hell. Like nothing was going right. The Texans
not getting any motion,
right?
Not being able to get any third downs.
Yeah, and then just like crucial mistakes at like certain points where we were driving and then the Stroud fumble and then we didn't get any points and then it was just like the Jets looked like they couldn't do anything. They were just getting boxed up. Yeah. They were chanting sell the team. So it was looking like even though the Texans weren't on their game, it looked like, okay, even though they're not on the game, they're still going to be able to pull it out because the Jets are just so bad and they're going to keep beating themselves. And then Garrett Wilson makes like 3 like insane catches
drives
in a row, and then it's just like it just cooks it. Like
Loki this week had a lot of insane plays.
Yeah. Like the Garrett Wilson Jordan logo catch, but then it overshadowed the one before that.
Because on the sideline.
The touchdown. He had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And the first one, Rodgers put it on the money, and Petrie just played it terrible. Petrie was getting cooked all night, by the way, and I'll get to that because there's a reason why I'm bringing that up. Petrie was getting absolutely dotted up the whole game. I don't even know why we had him in coverage. He's not a coverage safety, so I don't know why that was the game plan. I mean, that was another thing this week. What's up with these teams in the game plan? Like, I don't get what we're doing all of a sudden.
Yeah,
all of a sudden we're just trying shit. All of a sudden we're just trying shit. Like,
it doesn't look like they're trying shit at all.
This never worked ever in history. But tonight we're gonna do it. The one time we need you not to. Like, it's just ridiculous. But yeah. So Petrie was getting dotted up all night, but Garrett Wilson, he did like a little slant route or like a little like mesh route type of thing. And Rogers put it on the money. He had like a one-hander. And Petrie, instead of just playing behind him and just tackling him, it was like third down too. It would have been fine, like catch the ball, third down, whatever. He tries to go for the interception and whiffs, and then Garrett Wilson one-hands a touchdown. So that one got overlooked. Obviously, he had the Jordan logo catch where he got his shin in bounds, Mickey, but I get it. He was in. But yeah, Texans beat himself. And then at the end of the game, first of all,
the refs were really bad.
Refs were horrible, but I'm not even going to blame the refs because the Texans offensive line, I've already talked about this, but the Texans offensive line was so horrendous that game. Like, it just seems like it's getting worse and worse. Like, I don't really know what to do about it. Like it's getting bad. Like, I think Stroud has like the most pressures right now at quarterback. And it was just like, it didn't start off this way.
Caleb's right there with him.
Right. It's like, it didn't start off this way. It's like, we were like deep, we were good at first.
Yeah.
And then we were just like getting too many penalties. Now it's just like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it just keeps regressing.
It's getting worse. Yeah. And I don't really know, like, you can't really fix it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do because it's not like with like wide receivers where you can like just like pull a trade off real quick. Because if a team has like a good guard, they're not going to trade them. No. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to trade them.
You kind of have to draft and help.
Right. You kind of just have to thug it out and then just like wait for like free agency or some shit. Yeah. But like, yeah, like with this, how this is going, I don't think. Like, it's going to be hard for us to win against good teams, bro. We have good teams coming up. We play the Lions next. I know we got Baltimore, Kansas City at the end of the schedule. Jacksonville again. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got some teams that are going to play us hard, and if we can't protect, then nothing's going to work. We're already down like all our receivers. He's coming back for this week, I think, for the Lions game, which is good because I think our offense has been so lackluster without Nico Collins. Like, it's crazy how much of a difference that he makes. Like, he makes such a huge difference.
It's because he is there for the escape.
Yeah, he's there for the escape.
It's like nobody else is really there because they're running different kinds of routes and not watching.
And I think they're just not as good at the scramble drill. Yeah. And then
it's probably because they're not watching him. They're like more focused on their
like
separation.
What to do instead. I think Collins and Stroud just have like a connection. Yeah. And I think you can just do a lot more with Nico because like when they do like the wide receiver screen to Nico, he catches that bitch and he like takes off and he's like powerful and stuff. So he like. That's a good play where you just need some yards. You know you can hit that Nico screen.
Yeah, 3rd and 3.
Right, and then like you could also use him like downfield where you just like he's just insanely faster than everybody somehow. So it's just like you can literally just send him on like a deep post and like he just gets open and it's just an easy free tud. Yeah. Or like just pretty much anything else. Like he runs crossers, like anything like mid to deep. He's like insane at. He's insane in the scramble drill, and then you can just hit him on screen passes and he gets like 10.
Yeah,
yards.
He's low key perfect, like 15 and above, and then like goal line or line of scrimmage and behind.
Right. It's like it's gonna be a screen pass 10 yards, or he's just gonna take the top off. So I think Nico coming back definitely gives it a boost, but the line just has to block better. Like, there's just nothing you can do about it. Like, people are like, oh, I blame the offensive line coach. It's like, what the fuck's the offensive line coach gonna do? Like, you have to go down there and actually fucking block these dudes, bro. Yeah. Like, it's the interior. The tackles are like okay. Like Tunsil's doing fine. Our other tackle Titus is doing okay. But the interior line sucks.
And besides Petrie, the defense is holding up really well. I mean, they held them really, really good. They were just on the field the whole game.
Right. And it was just like, until probably like the back end of the third quarter and like start of the fourth quarter, like the defense was fine, bro. We were making plays. We causing turnovers, sacks, all this kind of stuff. And then
I just feel like the fourth quarter was like mostly Jets on offense.
Right. It was just like we just couldn't get any motion.
Yeah.
Like the Texans would get on offense and just couldn't get any burn. And then Fairbairn missed like 2 field goals. Like it was just sloppy, man.
Yeah,
like
I think the wind was kicking in that game, wasn't it?
It was something. There was one
because he missed one too. The Jets kicker, didn't he? He had the post.
I think.
Yeah.
I think his banked in though. I think his banked in. The Texans like Fairbairn, he had one that was like a 50-yarder.
Mm.
And he missed that one, which is like it's a deep kick. But then there was like another one where it was like at like the 20, where it was like, okay, this should be like a chip shot, and this dude just like shanks it. Yeah, it's just like it was just like one of those nights where you could just tell Texans don't play good at MetLife. I don't know why we keep playing them every year at MetLife. Like, can we stop playing the fucking Jets? They're not even in our division. Like, bro, get this team off the schedule, bro. We don't want to play on this shit MetLife turf.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Will Anderson, he got hurt like. Remember, like I feel like that was kind of big too, because the defense was low-key kind of going crazy, and then when Will Anderson got that little ankle tweaker, like all of a sudden, like we just kind of got slightly worse.
Yeah, it just ruined.
He's our best player, like as far as like pass rush, like he's insane. Hunter's good too, but I don't really have anything bad to say about the defense. It's just offense is abysmal because of the offensive line, and obviously we're down receivers. Mechie, it's unfortunate. He tore his ACL and then he had cancer. Like. You know, he had 2 unfortunate things back to back that took him out. So I still think he's just not all the way there.
Yeah.
And Hutchinson didn't really make any noise. Schultz has been mid.
They haven't really been running Schultz on routes because they kind of need him back there blocking.
Yeah, because of the line so shit.
Yeah.
But then even when they send him on routes, it's like he's like juggling the ball and shit. He's not catching the ball clean. He's not getting no run after catch. But I feel like last year we were running them on deeper stuff and just better concepts. Like I feel like now we're just running them on like bullshit, like little outs and shit. Yeah. And it's like that's not really his game, bro. He's like a tight end that wants to stretch the field. That's why we're not doing it. Yeah. Obviously, because Bobby Slowick is obviously just lost his mind, bro. Like I just think he just doesn't know what to do anymore.
He should have taken a head coaching job while he could.
God, bro. Like get this dude out of here, please. Like, dude, like. I think he's a Nico Collins merchant, to be honest. Because it seems like he can only call a good offense when we have Nico. When Nico's not on the field, he's like, like, who else? Like, bro, like, it's not that tough. But then how can this team run block so perfectly?
Right.
The Texans run block beautifully, bro. They hand the ball off to Mixon, and it just, like, the C's part. It's, like, insane blocking. When you roster runs to Mixon, it's insane. You're like, wow, that's insane blocking. He's able to rip off like 8 yards a carry. But then as soon as you have to tell these dudes to pass block, Swiss cheese. I don't get it. Texans, embarrassing loss. They should have definitely won that game. The Jets were about to like pack it up and fucking go home. And you give them life. It's just a shit game. But we got the Lions next week. And we'll talk about those predictions later in the week. But obviously, I'm not excited about it, but it is at home, and the Texans are going to be wearing the battle red.
I like it. I like the chances.
I think the Texans
and Nico, if he's back.
Nico's back. You're at home.
No Aiden Hutchinson. No worry about.
Like,
it is crazy lines.
It's the Lions. They have a lot of weapons, and obviously, it's just kind of a lot going on.
Y'all match up well with them though, because I think Amon-Ra can get shut down, but we can talk about the predictions.
He can get shut down. Stingley. I'm not too worried. We'll get into the predictions, but you know, I do think that Texas being at home and obviously we're wearing the new battle red uniforms. It's gonna be clean, so obviously we can't lose to those. But next, obviously we gotta talk about your team now, Bears. I mean, like, what's going on over there, man?
Yeah.
What's going on over
it's
there?
not looking good. Same kind of thing defensively wise. I think they played really well, honestly. I mean, Arizona's offense is one of the most
that one play was ass though.
Yeah, at the end of the half.
Before the halftime, that was trash.
That was bad. A lot of people are saying that's like showing that the team has lost faith in the coaching staff and all that. I think it's more of like a lapse. There's been a lot of lapses lately.
I think it was just a shit call. Like,
I guess, like prevent.
Because they played like a crazy prevent, and then it was just like, bro, like you didn't have to play prevent there.
Yeah.
But besides that, it wasn't bad. It's not like they were just out there like straight dog walking y'all. Other than like the run, like y'all really had.
I mean, it's James Conner though. Yeah. He has the most broken tackles in the NFL this year, and he gets it. He's like that most years. Yeah. If he's not hurt and he's healthy, he's kind of a monster.
He was feasting.
But we're the number one tackling defense, and it still couldn't like really stop him. I mean, we held him up pretty good though
Yeah.
for considering.
I
But
think
Marvin
I started
Harrison,
playing better at the end. He got clamped, yeah. Because Kyle doesn't want to throw him a fucking football.
yeah. And okay, so then on offense, it did not look great.
Yeah.
The offensive line, of course, is the stem of the entire issue. I really don't
Touche.
think the offensive coordinating would look as bad if the blocking scheme was better, because a lot of the routes and stuff are open, and it's good concepts of like there was this one that had it was a wheel route to Dunze, and then on the same side it was like almost a trips. You had Keenan doing like a shallow curl, and then you had DJ doing like another drag route across. So like the whole scheme looked really nice, like wrapping around and everything.
Like
I think it looks good. No, that one was actually a complete pass.
Okay.
So praise God. But I think the scheme isn't as bad as it looks on the result because of the offensive line just not holding up at all.
Yeah.
We can't really run the ball that well. I mean, Swift is good, but
Right.
you can't really have any holes. We're kind of doing some weird run plays where we're trying to get them to the outside, which that would make sense, but we just don't have enough blocking to be able to make it work because everybody's coming in real quick.
Yeah.
And then we can't get downfield, and Keenan Allen is the part that pissed me off. I know it's controversial, but Keenan's been playing like ass, and he just doesn't. I don't know. He isn't showing any effort on the offensive side. He's jogging all the time. I don't know if it's just because he's slow or if he's just not running. Because when he's on the field, there's a lot of plays where Caleb's throwing it out of the way of him, but it looks like that's where it should be, and
Like
Keenan's not there.
Spot.
Yeah, and it's like I counted like 3 or 4 that were on third down last week, and
obviously the drop was bad. The drop was
there was
bad.
a couple drops though, but yeah.
The one drop was bad for sure.
Yeah.
I'll say this. You know, like
bad.
you know the stat I was talking about before we start recording, like Caleb Williams, he's like leading the league on like off target throws or whatever, and it's just like I get it because it's like it does seem like I feel like he has like an internal clock right now that's like
okay, go
right
shit
because he's like he's thinking that the line is gonna collapse pretty much every play. So like I feel like that has something to do with him just being a little bit off target, you know.
Yeah.
But
and it like doesn't matter what he adjusts to either because it's just gonna get cooked.
Yeah. So it's like, and I feel like he wants to push the ball downfield, but to push the ball downfield, you have to have blocks.
Yeah.
Blocks aren't there. But I feel like when he does have time, it seems like sometimes he gets a little bit too happy feet. Sometimes throws kind of sail on him. Sometimes throws are kind of not in the right spot. Whether that's the receiver, whether that's the Q,
or him getting hit.
Right. So it's like, it just seems like at times he is a little off.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like there's some. It just seems like there's something that he's like uncomfortable with in a way.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't know. Like it seems like the scheme is decent, but like I don't know if he wants like stuff to run a different way. Or like he wants, like you said, people to be in like a certain spot and they're not, or like whatever.
Well,
but like there's just times in the game where like literally the offense as a whole just seems like so abysmal.
Yeah.
Like it just seems like
dead drives,
like dead drives, but like dead drives, like no motion at all.
Like 30,
no run,
23.
Yeah, no run, no nothing. 3rd and 23, false start, like some shit, and then it's just like, what do we even do that drive? Like there's some drives where I watch them like. Literally, just nothing good happened there. Like, there's nothing good I can pull from that to be like to evaluate. It was just like that drive was just shit. Like, and then y'all's line is worse because y'all can't run block either. Yeah. Like, we can at least run block and try to like ride Mixon to a win. But it's like,
there's been a couple games where our line has looked really good. So I just like it doesn't make sense. I know we have a lot of injuries on the line, and it's been like that for a long time. But even when we have a healthy line, like week 1. Healthy line, it was shit.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything. It was the same thing as last week.
It was like when the line held up, it was against like the weaker teams. Like that's kind of when y'all had that stretch when y'all was kind of cooking. That's why I was fearful of like, okay, like is it really like y'all are heating up, or is it just because like these teams are dog shit? But like, you know, it's probably like a little bit of both. Like I feel like y'all was kind of getting hot, like shit was working, but like also it was just a benefit. Like sometimes you need that in the NFL, right? Like obviously, like when you're going against like you have a tough stretch of teams, you know, and you're like, fuck, like our next like 4 games is a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just need like 2 or 3 just like cupcake matchups to just kind of go in there and just be like,
get your head right.
Right, like let me just make sure this shit kind of works still. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Can we just get like the New Orleans Saints real quick and just let's see if we can just run plays. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't know. I think the Bears are in a weird spot. I mean, obviously, like, as far as like y'all's division, like, I mean, the Packers kind of look mid.
Yeah.
Obviously, Detroit and the Vikings are winning. So it's like if you want to make a play at this thing, like you're gonna have to compete with those teams, and they're just winning right now. So it's like playoffs. Unfortunately, like it's looking a little grim. But like I don't think the playoffs.
I think the future still looks good though.
Yeah, I think this year, like honestly, like playoffs shouldn't be the worry because it's just who's a good matchup for y'all in the playoffs? Like if you go in the playoffs and get like, you know, somebody that's like
I'll take the Lions.
Like it's just with this blocking and how it's looking, I'm not in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
I think this is just like let's just kind of figure out what we're kind of doing.
Do you think? Okay, so outside opinion, do you think that we should get rid of Eberflus? Because I don't think so personally. Because I don't think it's on him. But what is your thought?
I think it depends on the options. Honestly,
a lot of people are talking about Ben Johnson.
Yeah,
like, and then Robert Saleh as DC.
Yeah, like if those 2 guys are available and they want to then yeah.
That's
like,
what I keep seeing. But
if it's an upgrade, that's the only way I get rid of him. And like if you get rid of Eberflus and you just pick up like some bullshit, then it's just like there's no point. Yeah, like don't pick up nobody ass like Riverboat. Don't try to go for Slowick or nothing like that or like any of those bums. Like just. You have to get like literally the top guy, which is like Ben Johnson. Like if you can get Ben Johnson from Detroit to come coach,
that would be 2 dubs in one.
That'd be 2 dubs because now you have Ben Johnson. He's an offensive-minded coach. You see what he's doing over there with the Lions offense. He could really like work with Caleb and get this picture to like really look like y'all would start running some crazy shit. And I feel like
we have the weapons for
that'll upgrade y'all. You get somebody at DC like a Robert Saleh who like knows defense, gets the defense. I mean, the defense is already like y'all have talent and it's a good defense. Like I think that these past couple weeks just like kind of got away from y'all.
It's hard when they're on the field so much.
And then like even the Washington game, like y'all played great. It was just the last play, like hell.
The first 3 quarters they couldn't defend.
And then the Cardinals, like it just seemed like they were just on the field too long. Yeah. So it's just like you get somebody like Saleh in there just to like shore it up, just to make like really get these guys playing. I mean, he was able to make, you know, the Jets defense like really look. I mean,
we have the scheme and the players already. He just has to keep
if you're able to do that, then I'd be like, okay, get rid of Eberflus. I'm not saying Eberflus is bad, but he's also not insane.
Yeah, he's not an elite coach, but he's an elite defensive mind.
Right.
Actually,
you know, I think the numbers are starting to kind of stack. Not in his favor.
Yeah, his record as our head coach is bad.
His record, like
it's like 14-30 something or something like that.
And then I think there was one where he's like 0-18, like the Bears like 0-18, like on like Sunday or some. It was like some stat like that,
like mid Sunday,
right? Yeah, or like something where it was like y'all like 0-18, like under this dude or whatever, like on whatever it is. So it's just like you know, the record isn't like insane, you know, especially with like, you know, we get a rookie and stuff like that, but it's just like it just seems like every year we're kind of getting into the same thing, and you don't want to stay in the same place too long. It's the NFL, like you have a window. If you feel like you can like do something, then like I would. It's just like the Texans, like could we probably have kept Lovey? Yeah, I think that we'd probably keep Lovey Smith if D'Amico Ryans isn't on the table, but D'Amico Ryans is on the table.
The reason that y'all got C.J. Stroud in the second pick was because
Right.
Levy got fired though.
Right.
He got fired right before the game and said,
It-
"Okay, I'm gonna go win this game."
Right, but I don't think that the Texans. My point is, I don't think the Texans pull that if they know D'Amico Ryans is like. If D'Amico Ryans wasn't going to be available,
they weren't gonna.
Then they weren't going to fire him, regardless of what happened in that game. Like Texas fans probably would have been pissed about it.
Well, they probably wouldn't have lost.
Right.
They probably wouldn't have won the game if they wouldn't have fired him.
Right. Because he probably stuck
to the formula.
So it's like a lot of stuff probably would have been different.
And then Bryce Young is the quarterback of the Houston.
Wow, that would have been shit. But I just think that, like if the opportunity presents itself and it's to get better and you think that this guy's going to be the fit, then yeah. But I do think that you probably could have made it work with Eberflus if you would have got Cliff Kingsbury in town. I think that was big. Like a lot of people are talking about that. Like I know you're shaking your head, but like Cliff Kingsbury, he worked with Caleb too.
I know.
So it's like he wanted to come and be the OC, and then he just like didn't pull the trigger. I think it's because they're saying like the Bears didn't want to pay him or something like that.
I don't know.
So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like.
I think they like Waldron too, though.
Waldron's kind of mid though. Like
I kind of like his. I like his pass concepts a lot. Personally, like the routes for the receivers, not necessarily like the blocking and all that.
I think his concepts are fine, but I think as far as like development and like stuff like that, like you're not getting Cliff Kingsbury the head coach. He's not a good head coach. We know this. Like head coach, not that guy. But like OC, he knows offense and he knows how to like get. I mean, like he's making Jaden Daniels a star over there. Like you know what I'm saying? And like and who they got at receiver? McCaffrey's little brother, Luke. Like, I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, Terry McLaurin, obviously. And, like, all this. But, like...
They have O-line, though.
Yeah, they have O-line. But, like, outside of Terry McLaurin, like, who's really a threat? Ertz is, like, 50,000 years old. Like, what are we doing? Luke McCaffrey, like, no one even knows this guy. Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the rest of the receivers are, like, no names. Except for, like, Noah Brown. Like, he's just, like, a journeyman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're making it work. Like, imagine him on this team with, like, Caleb Williams. He likes Caleb. And, like, Rome and all these dudes. Like, I just feel like it would have been better. But
a lot of people are saying that we should have gotten Jaden, too. And I really don't think it would have made a difference.
No, I wouldn't have made a difference. I mean...
Because the problem isn't Caleb.
It's the line.
It's not the receivers, really.
It's the line.
Except for Keenan. And it's not the running backs, and it's not the defense. It's the line.
And I do think something that Caleb
mental errors.
I think something that Caleb needs to work on is just being a little bit more composed. I know he's frustrated. And I'm not saying he can't be frustrated, but I feel like he gets a little pouty sometimes.
Sometimes you just gotta dig your feet.
Like he just gets a little too pouty, and not like a frustrated where it's like, damn, it's not working. They're like, you know, when like you see a quarterback and like it's just not working, and like they're kind of on the sideline. They're kind of just like, fuck, man, it's just like not cooking today. Like it seems like Caleb, like
he's like, fuck, man.
Right, and then like he's on the sideline and he's like doing like these and like, you know what I'm saying, like you know, like, you know, and then like there was one where he ran out of bounds, like threw the ball, and it was like a busted play, and he like kind of just like he like jumped on the like little sideline shit. He was kind of just like sitting there for a second, like got up, and he's like dragging his feet, like, you know what I'm saying? He's
that's
like
how
that.
I felt too, though.
Like, you know,
that's how I felt
like,
watching it.
That's how we all feel, but it's like as the cue, like you can't be throwing like a bitch fit just because you're down 10. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and like a couple plays didn't work. Like you can't just like all of a sudden, like just because it's a rough game, just start, you know. He's like, you know, he's doing all this and all this. Like, it's like you gotta kind of stay locked in a little bit. I get being frustrated.
Yeah,
and
it's understandable, but it's not what you want to see.
It's not what you want to see, and like you just gotta like. He has to know that it's just gonna be a frustrating year. Like it's gonna be a roller coaster year.
It's gonna be a frustrating team.
It's gonna be a roller coaster year, bro. Like Bears fans, buckle up. Like you're gonna have some weeks where it's gonna look like it's together, and you're gonna have some head scratchers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. But obviously, the weak link of this team, everyone knows it now. So
we had no Montez Sweat or Brisker this week too, which those are
Brisker's been out for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, and those are our two defensive leaders. They were out, so I do want to give us a little bit of lenience on defense, and that was the most points scored against us this year.
Right.
So like, I think we could have figured it out, and we had 2 red zone possessions that should have led to a touchdown.
Right.
One of them, a lot of PI that didn't get called.
Yeah.
Another one,
there was some bad calls.
Some stupid offensive calls, but there were some bad calls in that game overall. I was not happy about it, but I'm not making excuses.
Refs are bad this year.
Yeah, they're bad.
But I just think
I think it'll work out. We just gotta.
It's gonna be up and
stick it
down,
out.
and teams know your line's not good, so they're just gonna blitz the shit out of you. I mean, that's basically what the Cardinals just started doing at the end. The Cardinals were just like, yeah, they're not blocking, so we're just gonna blitz. Like, no.
The whole third quarter, I don't think we had like more than 3 seconds.
There was one where there was one where like this dude literally was like hut, and there was like 5 people like already in the back, bro. It was like the Stewie Griffin shit where it was like, all right, and nobody blocking, do, like 5 dudes just like come just hit the shit out of you, like. And then I definitely think y'all should have pulled him like at the end, like there's like a minute. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like he ended up getting kind of hurt, but like he's probably fine.
He said he
like,
was fine.
Yeah, so it's like I get you kind of want to just like still keep him in there, give him some burn, but. I mean,
they were in the 2-minute drill practice,
right? But like
they didn't do shit.
Yeah, like the game was dust, and you're not gonna get anything. So it's just like whatever. What else? Saints dog shit.
Oh yeah.
Saints are dog shit.
Bad.
Saints are dog shit.
I was watching it on my phone with
Saints
a bunch of
dog
Saints fans
shit.
around me, bro. It was so good. Like I don't hate the Saints or anything. I like
me either,
genuinely
but
like them.
I know it's like, especially like because like we live here, so it's like okay, like we want. Like,
and after those first 2 weeks, it was like, bro, what?
It was up. And like, bro, like you don't get it. Like it literally changes the dynamic of the city. Like
it literally does.
When this team is like up, like the whole city is like on a whole different cloud. Like it's crazy.
You know the construction around the city? Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I'm just misremembering it. I'm pretty sure when they were winning those 2 games, the streets right here were all clear.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they started losing, they closed up that one halfway.
Yeah.
They got this one
Stop
halfway.
working. Yeah. It's like
just holes in the middle. Like, come on, bro, hurry up.
But that team's dog shit, bro.
Yeah,
they have way too many issues, bro. Way too many issues. I think they're like negative 80 in cap for like next year. Like next year, they're negative 80.
That's what I kept saying before this.
They're in cap hell, bro. They need to fix it.
They need to get rid of Carr, is what it is.
They need to get
because he has a crazy contract and he's the problem.
They need to get rid of all their like little old head dudes that they keep trying to like keep around from this like Sean Payton. Like we're still trying to keep the wheels on the bus. Like fuck it, bro. Like get rid of Cam Jordan. He means a lot to the city. He's a good dude. Like he's always gonna be like a New Orleans like legend, basically. Yeah. But you have to get rid of this dude.
He's been playing good though.
But like you have to get rid of him. Yeah, like bro, you're not in position to have old vets. Like you need to rebuild. That's the issue with the Saints is they just keep kicking this thing down the road, kicking the can. They don't want to just say
they don't want to commit to the
they don't want to commit to being asked for like 2 or 3 years. They don't want to do it. Because they're like, no, we still have players. We can still hold on.
I think it's because the city wants it so bad.
Yeah, but let it go. Let it go. It's like that meme on Twitter with the Gucci backpack that's like about to fucking rip off his back. It's like, bro, let the fucking shit go, bro. Like, we get it, bro. Sean Payton, like, you have some pieces and stuff. Like, we get it. But, like, you're not in position to win. Like, you have Kamara had 200 yards total last game.
No touchdown.
One game. He had 206 total yards, 155 yards rushing, and like 60 receiving. Yeah. And you lost the game. Like, obviously, these pieces mean
against
nothing.
The Panthers.
Right. Ass team. Worst. Bottom tier. Bucket.
Like, you're supposed to have a decent defense.
Dust. Like, it's just like, bro, you're not going to be able to do anything with these, like, old heads that you're just trying to, like, keep in the mix. Like, just
and not even
blow
just the Panthers
up.
Either. Bryce Young Panthers. With no Deontay Johnson.
No Deontay. Like, bro, like, you just basically lost the power friendship right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was like a power friendship loss.
Bryce did look good, though.
Yeah, I mean...
Apparently.
Like
apparently everybody can.
Yeah, it's like, dude, the Saints, like, the defense sucks. Like, they make no plays anymore. They made plays for 2 weeks, and then now they can't even stop the run. Fantasy, you play all your running backs against New Orleans. They go off.
Or the Panthers too.
Right. Or the Panthers too.
Those two have the most yards and touchdowns.
Both of them are ass.
Yeah.
But like the Saints, bro, I started Javonte Williams that 1 week and he had like a 25 piece. Javonte Williams in 2024. Like, what are we talking about? Like, dude, I think Chuba Hubbard had like 150 yards, bro.
Hubbard
like,
is nice too.
He's nice, but like
yeah, he shouldn't be having more.
Like like it's just the Saints are in a horrible spot.
I think a part of the reason they always are in the cycle of being mid is their division is like that too. Like every team is just like either ass or trending towards ass.
Right.
So they're always like in that spot where they could win the division.
They feel like they can win.
Yeah.
But it's like
they could win the division every year.
Except for this year, but yeah.
They could have until they folded.
Right. Like, and when they were 2-0 riding hot and they had all their players,
Yeah.
you were thinking that they could possibly like win the division and like, I mean, I don't know about Super Bowl, but like, I mean, they were looking pretty dominant the first 2 weeks. So like, you had to give it to them. But like, I don't know, bro. Like, there's just you at some point you have to commit. You have to tank, bro. Like it, and like you don't want to do it, but like the Texans had the tank for 2 years. Bears had the tank for
3 decades,
right? Like the Texans have been asked like pretty much my entire life. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? We had some greatness here and there, some sparks, but like there was times where it was like, in order for us to get here, like you have to get capital, you have to get drafts, you have to get picks, you have to get like assets. They have nothing. They have no picks. They have no fucking money. They're negative. Negative.
They do have a couple nice young defensive dudes.
Yeah.
Like corners and stuff, and then receivers. But I mean.
But Derek Carr's gonna get him killed.
Yeah.
Because you can't throw a fucking regular crossing route without getting your right receiver. Like, bro, what are you doing throwing the ball up in the air when your receiver's going up in the middle so he can be like this and get hit by a fucking safety that's running 100 miles an hour in his fucking
what's his
face?
name tweet about?
Michael Thomas. Yeah.
Michael Thomas.
I feel like he honestly just kind of salty, low-key.
Yeah.
Like,
they cut him this year.
Like, what he was saying was true, but like, he still kind of looked like a bitch doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's like, bro, we get you're mad at Carr and stuff, and we get that like you're not on the team and stuff and like whatever, but like just give it up, bro. Like he's just kind of one of those ones where it's like we get what you're saying, but it's just like annoying. Like
it's a CTE from Derek Carr making him.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, you were injured for like 3 years straight, bro,
Yeah.
and now all of a sudden you're like trying to like get on everybody else. Like I think he's at the end of the day he's like a Saints fan. He wants the Saints to do well, so he's just like frustrated. But like bro, like just
every Saints fan in the city is like fire. And
well, they did fire the coach.
Yeah, they did fire the coach.
Which finally, they were like a year too late. They should have fired him last year. Well, remember when Jameis went like they were supposed to kneel the ball out like at the end of that one game last year, but Jameis Winston was like, "Nah, fuck that," and they just like ran some other play. They just like didn't even care about what the coach said. Like they've never respected this dude. So I don't know how this dude even lasted this long. To be honest, he was an L higher from the beginning, but it was like I don't know, bro.
Watch them get Ben Johnson.
He has like some like L record, like. Bro, I was talking to one of the Saints fans from work, one of my boys at work. He cool dude, but he said it. He was like, bro, I think we should like get Dart. And I was like, thank you, bro. Dart's insane. Get him. Like, bro, like they're I think they're number 2 right now. Like, bro, you have to get a Q. Yeah. Like, there's just no way we're just doing that.
And they lost to the Panthers, who's second in ass.
Right,
so.
but I think Panthers are still first.
I think they're tied in record though, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think.
It's probably a point differential
or something. I don't know. Yeah, but like I think.
Well, I think it would come to head first because.
I think they're 1-1 right now though.
Oh, yeah, they did beat them
earlier. Early in the year they gave them like the SmackDown League, and then like then they just lost. So I think they're tied. But I think the Panthers are first. You're 2. You have to get a Q. Like we're not doing this Derek Carr shit anymore. Like just get a quarterback. Whether it's Sanders, it has to be Sanders or Dart. But honestly, I think Dart's insane. Bro, you saw Dart last week?
Yeah.
Dude, he had like 560 and like 6.
Yeah,
he's like different. And then I think he led the team in rushing too. He rushed like Jalen Hurts, low key. Like, bro.
No, yeah, he's not. He's kind of like Baker, low key.
Yeah. Like, bro, I would, if I'm the Saints, you have to get Dart. I'd say that for like every team. My recipe for every team is just get Dart.
Tank for Dart.
But like literally, tank for Dart, bro. Get Dart. Like, seriously.
Shedeur is nice too.
Sanders is cool and he's like swaggier and stuff, but like
I think Shedeur would fit the Saints better, but
low key he fits the city better. Yeah. But
we blacks.
But you gotta get it. I don't know. Dart's better, honestly.
Yeah, he is.
So you got like you have to.
There's other options too. Right. Those are the 2. If you're gonna be tanking,
if you're gonna take for a quarterback, like. And obviously, it doesn't matter if the Panthers are first. They have Bryce Young, so they're probably not going to draft a quarterback. So it's like you're literally probably like that's why they have to lose. You have to lose, bro. Yeah. Like stop winning now. You're not going to win anything. So like just tank now. Just take what you can get. Like fuck it, it's an L season. Like whatever, go out and then draft whatever quarterback you want in the first. Get some other pieces. You can draft a receiver in the second, third. Get some corner, get some linebacker, get some edge rush, whatever you need to do. Make some trades in the offseason, okay? Maybe cut some of these older dudes. I know it's tough. Oh my God, Cam Jordan. You gotta get rid. We checks out to trade J.J. Watt when we were about to tank. Like, you think we wanted to trade J.J. Watt? But it was like, nigga, like, what are we gonna do with him? We're about to go 2-14 again. Like, doesn't matter if we have J.J. Watt or not. Like, get rid of him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get rid of him. Try to get what you can get. Like, get rid of some of these like old dudes that are taking up too much money. Hire a coach that knows what to do for once, and then like start trying to get back on the rise. It might take a couple seasons, but that's what happens in the NFL. You have to tank a little bit. It's just it. But Saints are dog shit.
Yeah.
Cowboys are dog shit. Like, let's just keep it rolling. Who's dog shit? Cowboys dog shit.
Bad.
Like, and they're this season's a wash, bro.
Dak's not. Is he hurt?
No, he's hurt. They're saying he's out for like multiple weeks with like a hamstring. So it's Cooper Rush, which like Cooper Rush went like 5-1 last time. Last time he had to like.
That's what he's gonna do again this time, and then when they're like in contention for the playoffs again, Dak will come back.
Shit the bed, yeah. I can't wait for that, but
because I bet you he's not really hurt right now, and he just wants to like reset.
Right. I don't know, but he's either way he's out multiple weeks is what they're saying.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that he's gonna be out for like at least 3 weeks.
Trade CD.
Lamb is hurt, like his shoulder's like almost off the bone. Fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Either way, your draft strategy this year would have been cooked.
Right.
CMC or CD. So.
And Reek's low-key been mid too. Like Reek's been mid. Like he's been bad. Like
I think he'll be better coming up though.
Right.
I think it takes some time to get back into the.
And it's like he started off the year good, but then it was just like 2 went out.
Yeah.
He was shit. And then like the past couple weeks he's been like mid. I think he had like 50 yards last week, but he never plays good against the Bills. But regardless, Cowboys, this season's over, man. Season's over. I think like their next I remember we were talking about their schedule. Their schedule's not getting easier, bro. Like they got I think they got San Fran, they got the Texans.
Trade Dak out so you have cap space and then draft Dart or Shador or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Shador would be better because it makes sense.
But they would fuck around and draft like Carson Beck or some like shit quarterback.
Carson Beck would actually be hilarious.
But cause that's some Jerry Jones
that would
shit.
Be that most hilarious thing about
that'd be some Jerry Jones shit. Because he's not going to get no Sanders, bro. He's not going to get no swaggy quarterbacks. He's not going to get nobody cool. Like
you don't have to say swaggy. You can say black.
Right. Like, but he's not going to get...
Well, I guess Dak is technically...
Dart's swaggy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Like, you're not going to get that with Jerry Jones. He's going to, like, try to find some diamond in the rough. And, like, yeah, you're going to end up with Carson Beck looking like a sloth throwing picks. It's going to be the same shit. But, yeah, Dallas, their season's over, man. They can't run the ball. Rico Dowdle sucks. Zeke sucks. I mean, Zeke, like, basically just quit. Like, he was a healthy scratch because I guess he had some, like, issues, like, when the meetings and stuff like that. He probably just said, fuck this team, to be honest. Like, why the fuck am I even here? So, like...
Why am I still playing football?
Right. So, he's probably just like, fuck this, honestly. I'm hungry.
He's the Zion of football.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook looks dust. Everybody outside of CeeDee Lamb is dusty. Except for Ferguson. Ferguson looks good. CeeDee Lamb looks good, but... He gets hit like every single play because they put like 5 people on him. He still catches the football, but like he's getting fucking killed out there. So like, his shoulder's about to rip off the fucking socket. Everybody else's ass. Turpin, like he's just a kick return merchant. Tolbert's mid. I don't even know anybody else on this team. The blocking kind of sucks.
Cooks is hurt, huh?
Yeah, Cooks is on IR. What else? Defense sucks.
Their whole defense is hurt too, though.
Yeah, but the defense is still trash.
Still
even when
it was
after they were healthy.
So
they were healthy. They were bad. So like now it's just even worse. I mean, they're getting dotted up everywhere. I mean, like Mooney's open whenever he wants. Drake London's running down the field. I mean, you can pretty much do whatever you want on this team. They can't stop the run either. Like this team sucks, bro. They're cooked, bro.
I was gonna put Algier anytime touchdown. I put Bijan instead.
Bro, Bijan anytime touchdown is like one of the worst bets.
I swear to God.
He never gets in.
Because they never give it to him.
Exactly.
They never give him the fucking ball. It's the same thing with Rashad White.
Yeah. It's like they're gonna use him all throughout. He's gonna get a bunch of catches. He's gonna have yards. He's gonna put in work, but he's never gonna get in the end zone. Like, cause then when they get like 25 yards out, they like trying to throw it into the end zone with Cousins. They like trying to they're like 10, 15. They like to throw for the touchdown. where like they don't really like to just like get close and hand it off, and like they're not like
Yeah,
that
it's the
kind of
same
team.
thing as the Bucks. It's
Right.
the same exact.
And then when they do get close, they like bullshit with Algier. So
or Pitts, where you
right.
at?
Yeah. So they like to throw it into the end zone. They like to score from deep. So yeah, Bijan's just like one of the worst for anytime touchdown. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna make your odds go up, but he's probably gonna sell your ticket. Like you might as well not even put him on there, to be honest.
Other ass was Patriots. They're not necessarily that ass, but they're ass.
They're ass, but they get an excuse. Like
Yeah.
the teams that I'm calling out, like Dallas, they're
supposed to be.
right. They're supposed to be like a 10-win lock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Saints, obviously they started off hot, so like everybody was on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was on his team,
Yeah.
and then they just like completely shit the bed and fell off.
Yeah.
But like the Patriots, like I was expecting them to be like terrible. So
Yeah.
like
But
they're
actually
actually
good.
impressing me.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Because I thought they were gonna be like dog shit.
Hey, we were right about Drake May too.
Right.
That
I thought
boy
you
was
were gonna
cold.
But Drake May is cold, and I don't think Sitton really did anything for him. Like you're not learning anything from Jacoby Brissett.
They literally
let's be
just
honest.
sold the first couple
Right.
games for no
Right.
reason.
Like, like you're not really learning anything from Brissett. Like you probably can like maybe like follow him around the locker room or like follow him around the facility and just like
Hey, what's your diet?
right, like what notes do you take as a vet? Like you know what I'm saying. But like as far as like actually like going out there and go, like you're not.
Drake
really
May's like actually better than him at everything, even
Right.
running.
Yeah,
Like-
so it's like there's not really like much you can learn like from this dude. Like it's like what are you gonna pull up his Jacoby Brissett tape? Like you know what I'm saying? Like this dude's not watching
I'm
that.
watching 2018 high school.
Yeah, like bro,
Well,
like
not high school, but yeah.
you're not watching this dude. So like you know yeah he should have been starting from the jump, but like I like that Drake May's getting shine. But yeah man, Patriots are impressing me because they're playing with heart
Yeah.
and they're going up against teams where like they should clearly be getting beat and they're putting. You know
It's
what I'm
always
saying? They're putting
close,
pressure
yeah.
on. They're in close games. Their defense is playing feisty. I mean, they're always good defensively.
Yeah.
But Mondre, Drake
Mario
May,
Dudley.
that last play when Drake May like scrambled around for like 20 minutes and then just like
That
found the
O-line was
dot.
crazy.
Bro, I know. There was like one dude on the O line that wasn't doing
That
shit.
left
though.
guard, yeah.
dude, like 74 or whatever his name was. Dude was just standing there like, dude, like goddamn, bro, you gonna find somebody to block or what? Nigga just standing there, bro.
And the dude that hit May came from his side too, like ran right past
Yeah,
him.
like dude, this dude wasn't paying attention, and then he kept looking backwards, like, huh, like what are you looking at,
I think
bro?
he was making sure that he threw it or not.
Well, make
Or
sure.
he was scrambling.
Well, let's make sure to get a helmet on that.
Oh, God.
Like, what are you doing, bro? But yeah, Drake May looks good, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, Patriots are impressing me. They weren't supposed to be here, so I'll give it to them. Giants suck.
Oh yeah.
But and then the Eagles. Saquon just looks insane. Like he's just a freak. Like he's jumping over people. I mean, the backwards hurdle was like. I mean, like.
Unreal. Yeah.
What are we doing, bro? Like, just crazy 6 cents. Like, you could just tell he's kind of just on revenge shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's just like on some like, Giants gave up on me, so he looks refreshed. Like, he's happy to be out of there. I think he's like from Philadelphia or like from Pennsylvania or
And
whatever.
the Eagles want a championship so bad.
Right, they're itching.
That's Soho if they win without Kelsey.
I know. Yeah, I know. He wanted to be a part of it. Maybe he gets like an honorary ring where you're just like, I know you didn't like.
They
play,
have
like,
to.
Yeah, it's like you're a part of what's going on here.
You built this up.
Yeah, like so
You're
like,
the only reason that Jalen Hurts is good.
yeah, like you get a banner. But yeah, the Eagles look good, you know. But I mean, close game against the Jaguars. Like I still think they're not like.
Jaguars look good though.
I still think they're not convincing. Is like the Eagles' problem. It's like I feel like you tune into the Eagles like. You see the highlights coming from the Eagles game, and you're like, oh, they should be like beating the shit out of this team. But then you like look at the score, and you're like, oh, they're only up by like 2, or they're like down, they're about to lose, it's like tied. Like they have like the Texans issue where like they can't put anybody like to sleep, like they like going down the wire.
And Chiefs.
Except
for the Chiefs don't win.
Yeah, but Eagles, you know, they look good. Jalen Hurts, tushy pushy, still works. Devonta Smith, AJ Brown, like, which he needs to get more.
AJ Brown got hurt.
Has he like not been like getting the ball? Like,
no, he had like 2 touchdowns last week.
Really?
Yeah, he got hurt this week though. In the second quarter, I think he was out for the rest of the game.
So he didn't really do nothing this week.
He had 2 for 36.
Right, they got hurt. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it sold me in fantasy. That fucking.
Yeah.
And I had CD who got hurt. Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
God. And Caleb, who doesn't know how to throw the ball, fucking idiot.
Yeah.
God. But JSN,
Oh, yeah,
JSN,
JSN's nasty. He's starting to come into his bag.
they fed him.
Well, that's what they were saying this year. They were saying this year that this was going to be the year where they're kind of like phasing out Lockett, kind of going to more JSN. Obviously, I think DK being out like kind of just like propels him a little bit. But I mean, he was a good player. I mean, he was somebody. You remember, I wanted the Texans to get him.
Yeah, he's nasty.
You know, but I mean, obviously we traded up and got Will Anderson, so it's fine. But like, you know, if we would have got JSN, that would have been insane. Because that was like what the projection was. It was like Stroud, and then you get like JSN, and like I think we had like 2 and like 11 or like 2 and 12 or something like that, and traded
you
up.
got traded up and got Will.
Yeah, so like good, like fine, but
and then got tanked too. So
yeah, so it's like whatever. But yeah, Jason's a good player, man. Like I think he just kind of got owed his first year because he was like the third guy. But like I think
it's not really even owed. I think it helped him.
Right.
I mean, he's 2 different receivers.
He was still cooking though as the third guy.
He was getting like 60 every once in a while.
And then he would have like a touchdown and stuff. But I think this is the year, especially like towards this back half, where we're definitely gonna start seeing a lot more of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to push the ball downfield. Like
Kenneth Walker, yes.
Walker's good, but they have to push the ball downfield. I mean, like, but Gino's starting to sell, bro.
Yeah, he throws a lot of risky passes.
He's like the worst version of a gunslinger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where it's like there's times where it works out and you're like, oh my god, Gino, he's him, he didn't write back. But then there's times where you're like, what the fuck was that? Like, why we even throw that? Like,
he does. I do like that he gets his lick back though. Like when he throws a pick, the next drive he's locked in.
Yeah, he bounced back.
Yeah.
But it's like, don't throw the pick though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it's always a bad pick.
It's a bad pick.
It's never like.
Nah.
Well, sometimes they bounce off and stuff, but
like that one last week, like he threw one in the end zone, and like there was just like nobody around. Yeah. It was just like, what was that read there? Like it was
he gets
just,
too confident with Fant and DK.
Yeah, or he just gets too confident where he's just like, fuck it, like I can just like still rip it. Where it's like, bro, just like take the sack or just like throw it out of bounds, bro. It's cool, bro. Like you don't have to like try to
take the check down. You have 2 elite receiving backs.
You don't have to be the hero every play trying to hit like a 60-yard like crazy dot. Like bro, it's fine. Like just
it's kind of live though. It's kind of live.
Like it's live. Like that's literally the style of football you play in like CFB or something like that, like Madden, where you're just like fuck it, like I'm just gonna air raid. Like
let me see if I can get in front of them.
Yeah, if it's like a shit pass, you throw a pick or like whatever, like I'm gonna get the ball back. Like we're just gonna go bam for bam. But like in like real life NFL, you gotta kind of have to like
you gotta think about it.
You gotta like pull it down, especially when like because the Seahawks always are in these like close ass games, so it comes down to this like little shit. So you don't want to like throw a pick. Hold anybody. Yeah, defense is shit.
I did want to mention that what I was saying earlier to you that since JSN is getting fed more, DK is probably going to be fed just as much. Time to get rid of Lockett, get some more cap space, and teams are in need of receivers right now. Might be time for a trade before the deadline.
I think
low key.
I don't know when the deadline ends. I think it's like the 5th. Or like something. Like I think
tomorrow.
It's like really?
Yeah.
I was about to say I know it's like
I know it's soon,
Yeah, which the 5th is tomorrow. But yeah.
I think a team should try and make a play for him though. Like there's
a
lot of teams
it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
Bro, the Ravens.
No, they trade for Deontay.
Oh yeah, they got Deontay. I forgot about that. Shit.
So
oh my god, I forgot they got Deontay. Holy.
Yeah. I just think that like I think that it like sounds good like they could do that, but I just think like they're probably just gonna be fair to Lockett and just be like, because like obviously like Lockett's at the back end, and like I just don't see them like just shipping them out. Like I just feel like they're like, look,
let him choose.
We could, yeah, but it's like if they go up to him and they're like, look, man, like, do you really? And he's just like, look, I don't care if I'm the third guy, and I really, and you know, Lockett, like he's like the king of like getting down, like.
He's okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Lockett catch a pass and he just go down. Like it's not like he's really out here like, you know what I'm saying, trying to like truck. Like, you know, Lockett catch a pass and go down or go out of bounds. Like I feel like he's at the point where he's like, look, I don't, you know what I'm saying. And he probably, you know, he's been living in Seattle for like forever. Like he's at the point where he's probably just like, look, if y'all want to use JSN more, I'm fucking good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll sit over here.
I'll go 2 for 80 every
Yeah,
once
he's
in a
like,
while.
bro, I'm older, man. Let these young cats go. I'll go in here and get a first down every now and then. You need me, but you know, I don't think they're just gonna. And then it's like, bro, I just don't see Lockett like at this point like going to some like dust ass team just for like no reason. It's not like, you know, like who else is like really gonna be in a spot
Bills?
to like win? They got Amari.
Amari and Lockett. And Keon is third.
Well, they got Shakir.
But Shakir's hurt, isn't he?
No, he's fine.
Oh.
Amari was hurt last week.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't see anybody really making them. I don't see them making them.
Steelers?
I see that like they could, but I just don't think they will.
I was more so thinking of like other teams looking at that and seeing it because like if I'm thinking about it,
calls will be made.
Yeah,
someone's definitely gonna call.
I'm thinking if there's somebody offers a 3rd round pick, I think they'll take it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of a W trade,
especially in the NFL.
Yeah,
but I just don't think he goes for a 3rd. Like I think he probably goes for like.
He's really not that old though, you know.
He's not that old, but like.
And he's still good. I mean, like.
Yeah, he's a good player. Like I'm not saying he's dust, but like I just don't think that like. I just don't think people are just jumping out there like right now.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like, what's the difference between like Lockett right now and like, I don't know, like Demarcus Robinson or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Tutu Atwell.
You know, but yeah, like it's like, you know, it's like at that point, it's like, yeah, Lockett's good, but like, is it really worth trading mid-season? And then like, is he really like in that much of like a, oh my god, like it's just like, you know,
I know what you mean.
A little piece, but like I don't think they do it.
The Patriots could actually use that.
They could, honestly. That could be a spot.
A nice veteran receiver for a rookie because they have a bunch of bum receivers besides Demario Douglas, Mike Keenan.
Right. But I think the Patriots trying to hold on the assets.
Yeah. They're going cheap right now.
Right. The Patriots been like that, bro. Patriots go cheap ball.
Yeah.
They ain't
They're
never
nickel it down.
Yeah. They budget bees. No money spent squad over there, bro. They don't give a fuck. They're not paying for nothing, bro.
They're spending money like it's the 1920s.
Oh god. They paid for like Randy Moss once and like just said, nah, we're not doing that ever again. They'll run Edelmans and
Didn't they have Ocho Cinco
Welkers and stuff. Yeah, but like at the end of his career
when he was cheap. Crazy. Stephon Gilmore until he got too expensive.
They go for cheap, man. Yeah, as soon as the nigga asked for some money over there, they're like, nah, man, fuck that.
Judon? Okay, bye.
Right. Yeah. Well, you want an extension? Yeah, not over here. Not around here, pal.
This is a 2-year wonder over here.
Yeah, not around here. You play on your rookie deal, and maybe get an extension, but that's pretty.
It's crazy because they do have so much talent that they get, and they just don't keep them.
They have talent. They'll keep some of the defensive guys. I feel like defensive guys get a longer leash. Receiver.
Devontae Parker, they let go immediately.
Forget it. If you're a receiver on the Patriots, get ready to play for like 2 years. Forget it.
Besides Ramondre.
Unless you're gonna take like just the vet minimum like bullshit deal, they're giving like young players that like pop off at receiver. They'll be like, we'll give you like a 1 year like $5 million. They're like, what, bro? I just like went crazy. They're just like, nah, yeah. They're just like, nah, we'll give you like a 1 year $7 million. They're like 1 year $7 million, bro. I can't even get like $10 million. Like, sheesh, bro. Like y'all cheap as fuck over here. Shit. Yeah, bro, you're not getting no burn over there.
No.
But I feel like they could get like Travis Hunter or something like that. Yeah. Like I feel like they're just gonna try to.
That would be nasty.
They're they're just gonna try to draft and build, bro. It's draft and build. Yeah. They need to lose.
They could get Ja'Cory Brooks from Louisville.
Yeah.
He's nasty.
They just need to like lose a little bit more. They're starting to play too much.
Yeah. I think they'll be fine though, because they don't really need a high pick for the type of players they need.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Unless, I guess if they're trying to get Hunter. You kind of need a high pick from top 3. You think 3, 4?
Yeah.
Because 1 and 2 are probably going to be quarterbacks.
Unless the Panthers.
But I think a team would trade up.
Maybe, yeah. That I can see them maybe trading back, but like.
I think no matter what now.
Like the first like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Like,
especially in this draft class too.
People are like, teams are just like way too hungry to like get a franchise.
Low-key Bears started it.
Oh God. Like teams are just way too hungry to get a starting. I mean, we had like Bo Nix going like hella early. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like teams are gonna bite for the cubes. So it's like you could low-key probably get Travis at like 10 or like 11, but like I just feel like his talent, like it might just boost him up a little bit. But like since he's a skill position, You can probably get him around like 7, 8, like something.
Maybe. Oh well, I guess yeah, like Genty and them are gonna be in there too.
Yeah.
Would you take Genty over Hunter? Well, I guess it depends on the team too.
Depends on the team. Like if you're the Cowboys, yeah, you know where you play that like style. Like if
Bro, he would be disgusting.
like if the Ravens didn't have Henry, then like yeah, like you know like a team like that where it's like they play the I form, they really run the rock. But like if you're like the Tampa Bay Bucks and you don't want to fucking pick a starting running back, then fuck no.
Yeah.
Like you don't need
Steelers
JT.
get Genty.
Yeah, like a team like a Steelers. Like they run the shit up the rock. Like a team like that, like an old school style kind of offensive team, that could use them. But like these new school that are just gonna like give them 5 carries and just say fuck that.
Yeah,
like,
pray he doesn't go to